we are going to talk about a couple of interesting cars that you wanted to note. And I'm going to start with R8s. Now, you had a V8 R8 Coupe, 6-speed manual, lovely car.
I had one.
What do you want to say about R8s?
The current owner is now selling it and using some of my photos that I sold it to him with, which is totally fine.
Which is something that I took.
Everyone's pinging me, be like, hey, dude, it's your old car. It's your old car. And like, I think his ask is in the 60s. If you look at the Cars and Bids results, a V8 6-speed R8 can be had in the 60s. You can spend up for a little bit lower mileage one or nicer one. If you want the V10, you got to spend up a little bit more. But in these 60s or less, and for some of them, it is an insane value. Mid-engine, it looks amazing. It feels amazing. Much like you described with that 3.0 CSL, people around you react to it in a way that's just strictly favorable. No one's like, oh, that guy's kind of a jerk or like here to fire my dad. No, they think like, oh, it's Iron Man, or oh, that looks so cool. I remember when that came out. Like it's a almost 20-year-old car now, but it's a V8 from an RS4. Mine has 86,000 miles on it. Like driven like a normal car, not like a 20,000 mile Ferrari. And it holds up really great.
Yeah, I have to say, we had this red one.
That one was awesome.
This sold, it was a red 6-speed V8 coupe. And it just sold for 66 grand. Doug did a video on it and all that stuff. I drove it around for a little while to do videos with it for the photo guide. And exactly what you described. There was somebody who came up to me. This woman was driving a Gladiator and pulled up next to me. I thought, like, the car was really loud. Had an aftermarket exhaust, like crazy loud. And she pulled up next to me, and I was like, oh, I was in this neighborhood which hates cars, and I thought she was going to yell at me, but she was like, I had to turn down my music to listen to your engine, and I was like, I'm sorry, it's really loud. She said, no. What are you talking about? It's an R8. It's supposed to be loud. Like she was like into it, like really excited, and everybody freaks out over it. But all of it was positive. I didn't have anybody who like cut me off. Like everybody lets you in traffic. People are just like into the car. And to your point, this one had 47,000 miles on it, but it was tight as a drum. Like it was so good. Like I said, it's one of the few times when I've been like, I could get rid of the M5 and just drive one of these all day, but. In the end, I made the decision to keep the car, of course. But nonetheless, I agree with you. And I think they are tremendously undervalued. What a great experience.
If you're an enthusiast looking for a car under 70 that checks all the boxes, the V8 R8 is hard to beat. Also, the R-Tronics, not the greatest transmission, but it's easily swappable. There's a guy, Third Pedal LLC in Alabama, that he does it over a couple cold ones in a weekend. I don't think he actually drinks, but you know what I mean? Like it's so swappable that you can pick the spec you want. So like you can be like you guys had an amazing Samoa orange one recently. There's purple ones. There's that light blue color people really like. There's so many cool specs out there. Now that's an S-Tronic, I believe. But like Audi did some pretty cool stuff back in the day. So you can also just shop around for the right car, the right spec. They're out there. They were available enough that it's not like impossible to find one. So you can be a little choosy, but like there's a lot of options at a very reasonable budget.
The Art's great. And you hit on actually a really interesting point there. I think with conversions in general, tie back to what you said to your Lamborghini, it's a little off topic, but I think these conversions open the opportunity to own spec. A lot of the F1 equipped cars, and this applies to Ferraris too, it was an expensive option to have. And so if you did that, you tended to do more interesting things with them. Now the idea of being able to take that, remove the transmission that hasn't aged all that well, or the aspects of the transmission that haven't aged that well, go back to a 6-speed manual. Pretty appealing. Now, I will say, like, do you cover your spread as much with an R8? No, because the manuals are pretty close there, I think. But nonetheless...
They're cheaper to swap than, like, say, a Murcielago. But, yeah, the R8 GTs only came in automatic, but it's swappable.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one you swap.
That's the one I would want to do, personally. But there were some that came in, like, purples, or that Third Pedal LLC company. They'll take a pre-facelift one, they'll facelift it, they will manual swap it, and he's done it on an orange one as well, and like a purple one. He's done some like pretty crazy specs. So yeah, you buy the car you want regardless of the transmission, rather than saying, oh, I want the transmission and having a narrower pool. Also means if you only got like less money to buy the car, you can buy the car now, drive it as an auto for a year, like Sean's doing with his 360, and then swap it as funds become available.
Right. Let's put some pressure on our producer to swap his car to manual.
No pressure.
But no, that's a great point. R8s are a great value.
Buy it.
Yeah, buy. There are only a few objects in your life that are absolutely essential to your well-being just because of how much time you spend with them. For me, it really comes down to two: my beloved E39 M5 and my mattress. Believe it or not, I'm equally in love with both. That's why I'm genuinely thrilled to have Brooklyn Bedding as a sponsor. They let me pick one of their mattresses to take out on a test drive, and I went with the Aurora Lux cooling mattress with the cloud pillow top. I'm genuinely astonished. It's a total game changer. Before this, I was tossing and turning, waking up hot, sore, and honestly still tired. Now I wake up refreshed after a night of cool, tranquil sleep. It's wild, and I am definitely not turning back. Now, I'm a side sleeper, so I need something soft enough for my shoulder, but still firm enough to keep my back happy. This thing nailed it. No more lower back pain, no overheating. Emily's sleeping better too, dreaming of track days in her E90 M3 CRT, which is really saying something. Brooklyn Bedding has been doing this for over 25 years. Top tier comfort and quality without the ridiculous luxury price tag. Every mattress is custom made by master craftsmen at their facility in Arizona, and they ship for free anywhere in the US. Plus, you've got up to 120 nights to sleep on it, and if it's not for you, they will help you return it and swap it for something better. So if you don't hug your mattress every night like I do, it's time to upgrade. Go to brooklynbedding.com and use our promo code CARS at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use our promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's brooklynbedding.com and use our promo code CARS for 30% off site-wide. brooklynbedding.com with the promo code CARS.